Hello, this is Guillaume Reffet from UBIqube. Today I'm gonna to show you how we can do SDN NFV service orchestration using the UBIqube MSActivator. This demo is an agile, dynamic and self-care approach to manage security services. Before to start the demo, let me give you some benefits of using the UBIqube MSActivator. We can leverage SDN NFV to reduce the time to onboard customer. We can reduce the complexity and streamline change management. We can provide on-demand services up to self-care in a multi-tenancy environment. Thanks to our hybrid network manager called OBMF, stands for Object Based Management Framework, the MSActivator is able to manage legacy devices, SDN, by SDN I mean SDN devices, but also SDN controllers, and NFV. Regarding NFV, we can of course manage the Vim, but also the VNF by configuring the service inside the VNF. On the top of this hybrid network manager, there is a modular service orchestrator in order to do service chaining. Regarding the demo, I have an OpenStack server and a VNF already deployed. My OpenStack server and my VNF are already managed by the UBIqube MSActivator. I have a client and I have internet access. Right now my client doesn't have internet access. In the first part of the demo, I will provide internet access to my client by creating a VNF. And in the second part of the demo, I will activate firewall policies across the network to filter internet access. Now let me switch to the demo. I can access to the UBIqube MSActivator using a web browser. Of course, the UI can be customized and we can change the language. Let me log on. The MSActivator is a multi-tenant platform. Here I am connected with a restricted account that can access only to customer 03. I am automatically redirected to a portal dedicated to this customer. This portal is composed of a set of widgets, one widget to manage services, one for device management, one for documentation, one for the map, one for log analysis, one for device status, and so on and so forth. This portal can be easily modified and customized by an administrator. Let's focus first on the device management. I have a list of all the different devices for my customer 03. I have one OpenStack server and a first Palo Alto VM already managed by my customer. Let me open the object console for my OpenStack server. On the left panel, I have all the objects attached to this specific device. In the UBIqube language, a device can be of course a router, a switch, an OpenStack server, a SDN controller, and so on and so forth. So on the left I have all my objects. For example, I have an object to manage servers. On this object I am able to list all the instances that are currently running on my OpenStack server. I have one object to manage images. Thanks to what I am able to list all the images available on this OpenStack server. Of course, I can create a new image or I can create a new instance. Each object is composed of 5 methods: create, read, update, delete, and import. If I select again my servers, I can see that I have only one instance that are currently running on my server. The name is Ubuntu VM. Let me switch to the OpenStack interface. If I select instances, I can see that I have only one instance called Ubuntu VM. Let me select it. And now let me open the console. If I try to reach this website, I cannot. I am not connected to internet. Let me go back to the UBIqube MSActivator. And let me close the object console. And now let's focus on the services widget. Let me maximize it. As for the console object, on the left I have all my services available. Let me open PA VNF management. And to launch a new process, I can click on Create Palo Alto VNF. Here is all the parameters that I need to run my process. For example, I can change the name of a VNF on the OpenStack server, PA VNF. If I scroll down, I can change the name of a device that will be created on the UBIqube MSActivator. Okay. And now let me run the process. A process is composed of a set of tasks. For example, here, first we will get an available floating IP address. Then we will create a VNF on the OpenStack server. When the VNF will be up, we will disable port security on traffic ports. And then we will create a MSActivator device for this VNF and launch the initial provisioning to activate the VNF in our system. The process is now done. Let me close it. Here I can see a new entry. Let me close it. Now I can see a third device called PAVNF with the ID MSA778. Let me open the console for this device. It is exactly the same console as for the OpenStack server. The only difference is my objects are different. Because of course I don't manage instance or images, I manage policies or URL filtering profile. If I select my policies object, I can import all the policy already configured on my VNF. Of course, this firewall policy has been created by my service orchestration. Directly from my console object, I can edit these rules by selecting my rule and then click on Edit. In the pop-up, I can, for example, change the zone. The values are dynamic. They come from the object zone. Here it is. And the import method of this object zone. So we can cross-reference all the different objects, but exactly the same for address. Let's cancel it. And let me close it. Now let me connect again on my OpenStack. In my instances tab, I can see that now I have two instances. My Ubuntu VM and my PA VNF. Let's log on the Ubuntu and let's open the console again. And now if I refresh my website, I have internet access. I can connect on espn.go.com. Let me go back to the UBIqube MSActivator. The second step of the demo is to activate a firewall policy across the network. Let me focus again on the service orchestration. On the left, I can select URL filtering. I can click on Create Palo Alto URL. And here I can define a new name for my policy. Let's say PA block sports. And then I can set the second device ID, that is 778. This is what we saw on the UI. And now let's click on Run Now. The process is done. Let me close the window. For this demo, I used a predefined service, URL filtering, but of course it is possible to design easily and quickly a new service using the UBIqube SDK. Let me close it. And now let me open the object console for my PA VNF. If you select the object policies, you can see that now we have two policies configured. One is named PA block sports, configured by the service orchestration. If I scroll down and I select URL filtering profile, I have a URL filtering profile also configured using the service orchestration called PA block sports. It's exactly the same for the security profile group. As for the services, it is possible to design easily and quickly new objects to really do what you want to do. These objects can be of course designed by the UBIqube team or can be designed by yourself in a DevOps approach. Let me close it. Let me switch again to my Ubuntu console. If I try to refresh espn.go.com, the website is not reachable, but I can consult Google News because it's HTTPS traffic. That's all for the demo. If you want to learn more about our product, feel free to contact us or to visit www.ubiqube.com. Thanks for watching this video.